Hey guys, Marcy here, the Cranky Crafter. Do you guys remember when I picked up this really old book when I was out doing book drops for little free libraries? And I said, I'm going to make this into a journal, like I knew what I was doing. Yeah, well, it's come to be time to do it. And I still don't know what I'm doing, but I came across this other content creator. Her name is Liz over at Buttons for Brains, and I'll include her information below, but she is an amazing mixed media artist. She does a lot of journaling and like art journal spreads and mixed media spreads, and she does a little bit of everything. But one of the videos that I came across was her making books into journals that she used for her artwork. And while this isn't a new idea by any means, it's new to me. And so I watched her with great interest. Not only is she enjoyable to watch, but she was very, very informative. And so I'm going to give it a shot. We're going to give it a shot because you're coming along with me. I'm not doing it exactly the same. And to be honest, I probably couldn't even if I tried. So just going to take elements of what she did and hope for the best, because never done this before. And so we're going to learn together. But that's part of the fun, right? So I picked up this book. It's quite old. I think the copyright was like in the 30s or something like that. And I did actually, let me see if I can read. I did actually remove some of the pages already. I went in and did like Liz suggested, where you go into where, I don't know if you can see it, like where the signatures are sewn in, and kind of move a little bit of the thickness, if you will, because obviously as you add your pieces of collage and everything in here, it's gonna become quite chunky. So I did remove some of those already, and what I noticed when I removed the pages was that they are very, very fragile. So I didn't remove probably nearly as many as I needed to, and I'm gonna kind of just play this by ear and see how that works. The paper is very, very fragile. It's very soft, and so I was worried if I took too many out, especially at once, that the book would kind of just fall apart for lack of stability. So this is where we're at. This is the front. Am I in? Yes. And so what she had done was like use some papers that she had chosen, you know, and then she glued it into the front, and she used some washi tape and maybe did some stitching, I can't remember, but I did something similar. So I found some freebies over on Collage Soup, and I printed one of them out. This was like a whole sheet, basically like 8.5 by 11, and then I cut it pretty near in half, and I glued it, to some cardstock just with a glue stick so that it had a little bit more rigidity to it, just so it wasn't so floppy. And then I also came through and did a little bit of stitching on the edge. I kind of just did that preemptively so that it would save us some time. You guys can't see me doing the sewing anyway because it's on another desk in here. So my thought is that I'm going to put this in here and I purposefully made it smaller than the page because I was going to come through with washi around the edges. And I thought that way the washi would have something to grab onto. I may have to use glue in addition to the washi tape. I don't know. So we're just going to kind of play this by ear. And I have 4 sheets, you know, 2 for the front and 2 for the back. And then I have some washi tape that I've chosen. These are actually stickers. I mean, washi tape is kind of like a big giant sticker anyway, but all of these insects could come off here individually if you wanted them to. And I have done that before, but I thought it would be fun to have it as the big washi, the wide washi. And also I didn't have that many wide washis to choose from, so that's what we got. And then my other one is just going to be kind of like this checked one. And I'm thinking probably that instead of a glue stick, I'm going to use art glitter glue for this because I think it will hold better. That's my thought, is that it will hold better. Does it? I don't know. So the disadvantage to doing this with art glitter glue is once I lay this down, I'm not going to have hardly any time to manipulate it. So I need to be on top of my game, man. Also, I'll have you know that yesterday or whenever, after I had my issues with my glue, I should probably cut these strings off. That would be easier, wouldn't it? After I had my issues with the glue, I took everything to the sink, and I took the nozzle off and washed everything out, and today it's working fantastically well. Knock on wood, because who knows if that's gonna continue on or not. I also transferred it to my smaller container because it's easier for me to hold on to when with the smaller one. The other one was a little bit larger than this, and sometimes it was just hard for me to get a good grip on it, in addition to having to squeeze it as hard as I was having to squeeze it. So maybe this will help. But I think we should probably cut these off because I don't think that's going to bode well for the washi tape anyway when it comes time to put that down. As you can tell, I left this whole seam without any stitching. I thought maybe since it was in the middle, like the middle of here, that maybe it would be better if I didn't have any extra stitching to get to like interfere with the washi tape. I don't know if that makes a difference or not. I'm just, you know, I'm just here making stuff up as I go. Maybe it wouldn't have made any difference, but it's not stitched now, and it's not getting stitched, so there we go. Let's see, I'm gonna have to scoot this over just a little bit so I can glue this. So I told my husband I was getting ready to I'm like, I gotta go in and make a video. I'm gonna wait for you to get your lunch and everything done so that there's not that much noise down here. And he said, so that means it's probably a time for me to go out and use the leaf blower. And I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. How about you go out and use the leaf blower while I'm making a video? Actually, it would be even better, you know what? If you went out and like used the pressure washer on the whole front part of the house, because that's really quiet. So while I'm in here trying to make a video, you can be out there doing that. That's great. That's helpful. Thanks. Thanks for helping out. Of course, he was just kidding, but that's how we communicate in this house, you guys. Sarcasm and dry wit. And if you can't hack it, you're not going to do well over here, as our kids grew up finding out. Okay, I'm going to go to the back now. I didn't want to tear this up, even though I thought I could use it somewhere else, because I was afraid it would just tear right down the middle because it's glued right in the center. But I did take off the original library card pocket. I will use that somewhere, no question. No question. Our neighbors got a brand new little puppy. Come on. It's a... I'm going to scoot this over just a little bit for a minute. I say that because yesterday, or the last video that I made, I started out and realized when I watched the playback that it was completely off screen on this side for a good portion of the video. Yeah, okay. That's great. I'm a professional that handles things professionally. Can't you tell? Yeah, so I was outside walking Ivy yesterday, and the little neighbor kids next door saw me out walking Ivy, who Ivy does not much care for other dogs, to be honest with you. We've taken her to training. We've done a lot of work with her, and she still is quite reactive to other dogs. Since we rescued her, since she's a rescue, we really have no way to know. Like, you know, does she have a history of whatever? We don't know. But even after all of the training and group training and everything, she's still not a big fan of other dogs. And so the little neighbor kids saw me walking her, and they do know that, but of course, you know, they're little kids and they're excited because they have something they want to show you. And they're like, wait, we got a new dog and we want you to see. And he is the cutest thing. He's a little mini doodle, I think is what they said. And his name is Murphy. They already have a non-mini doodle, meaning full size, I guess. And his name is Chewy. So now they're going to have Chewy and Murphy. And he's cute. I got little puppy kisses. Ivy was not excited about it. She actually didn't interact with the puppy, but when they opened the door, Chewy came running out, and Ivy let him know that she was not open to communication at this point in time. So I'm thinking I'm going to put this. Hopefully I have enough. Gee whiz. If I don't, then I'll have to finish up later with something else. But my thought is I was going to put this on these sections and then the bigger one in the center. So I'm thinking I'm going to lay this smaller one down first. That's my thought. Because then when this seam is, I can maybe cover it. I mean, really, you guys don't listen to me because I don't know what I'm doing. So I might want to make this a little longer so I can just kind of fold it over. I don't know. That sounds like a good idea. You're not really going to see the stitching though when I do that, are you? Maybe I need to take it up one. Is this going to tear my paper now? Probably. Oh my gosh. There, I just wasted a whole piece. Don't leave it to me. Don't leave things to me to figure out. I'm not even really figuring out because I watched her do it. It's fine. It's fine. All right, so let's do that. Then at least I can see the stitching I put in. Maybe. Maybe. And then should we fold this down? Okay, fold it down. I can always, I guess, at least on this page, I can glue this. Looks like it might have already, I don't know what this pink stuff is. I don't know how that's going to work on the front cover, though. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. You know, Laura over at the Half-Ass Crafter, she did send me a link, and she's like, you're going to make a journal? You need to watch this. I'm like, thank you. Okay, thank you. And then I proceeded not to watch it and decided that this would be enough tutorial for me. And it will be enough because it's fine. I just thought I would put stitching on here to make it kind of cool, but now that I'm covering it up with washi, it seems kind of silly that I put stitching on it. Whatever. Whatever. Totally out of frame. You guys can't even see. That's the story of my life. Seems like that's been happening a lot. Okay. Sorry. I think I'm back in frame now. These lights are so bright in my eyeballs that I can't hardly see if I'm in frame or I'm not in frame. Okay, so I might not be able to do the whole fold over thing unless I want washi to show up on the edges. Do I care? You know, I know a lot of people will make covers for these, and maybe I will, but I'm not opposed to just leaving it plain like this. It's like almost a linen fabric cover. Maybe I'll just do it like this and still fold it over. Just for continuity's sake. Maybe. I mean, it's not going to look fantastic on the front. But if I did decide to cover it, I could. I mean, it's not terrible. It's a repurposed journal, Marcy. You're the only one that's paying attention. That one's hardly not even on the front, which just shows you that it's completely uneven. Oh boy. Okay. I'm sure that Liz over at Buttons for Brains is like, what is she doing? That is not at all what I did. Because look at the difference. It's fine. It's fine. I'm the only person that's going to be watching. You know what? I think I'm going to have to glue this in because while it is washi stickers, it's not also washi tape unless you have to. I don't think it actually all comes off is what I'm saying. No, it doesn't unless you take off each sticker, and I'm not doing that. So I'm going to glue it. And that means that this just became something well above my pay grade. Because, oh boy. I bet you're glad you decided to watch today, aren't you? Let's go watch Marcy. She knows what she's doing. I do, absolutely. As I sit here and glue washi tape. That isn't actually washi tape, which I thought was washi tape. How many times can you say washi tape in a sentence? This is what we're doing, you guys. So this is where we're at. This is what we're doing. This is how it's going. Got to keep you on your toes, right? Otherwise I'd be boring and you'd go watch somebody else. Okay, you know what would have been smart is if I would have done that twice. Did I do that? Nope, I didn't. So here we are, cutting another piece. And are we gonna maybe have time for both sides, or maybe I'll do the other side and just show you later. Here, how do we want to do this? Because my initial thought was, when I thought it was actual washi, that it was going to be great because it would sort of bend in there like that. But now that it's glue, do you think it's gonna? We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. I know that I'm probably gonna have to glue some of the pages inside of here together to like give some added structure. I couldn't tell you really what that means, like what that looks like yet. Marcy, do you know what you're doing? No, I don't. I don't know if that's gonna stay. I'm going to open this up next time and it's going to pop right off. I'm a newbie, okay? So just cut me a little bit of slack. And if you really want to see how it's done, go watch Buttons for Brains. And she's amazing, and she'll show you how it really should be done instead of how Marcy does it. Do you guys think I should come in with this in the center of here just for some added stability? What do we think? Okay, you answered yes, so that's what I did. I heard you. You said yes, I think that would be a good idea. So we did it. Okay, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I mean, let's be real, right? It's gonna have collage paper inside of it. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna have to see, like these I've already glued, but I think I'm gonna glue this together. And I realize that these won't be, can you see? I realize that these edges won't be even, and that's totally okay with me because it's probably gonna be covered anyway, quite frankly. But I think sometimes when I do spreads, I might have to glue some of these together. Just I think to help give it some structure when I add collage pieces. Where'd that Heine go? There it is. Heine. Haha. Okay, so I think we'll just do one of these together, and I'll do the other one. And when I work in it, I'll show you how the backside turned out. I'm gonna do it literally the same as I did the front. But my last video was long and I don't want to make you guys stick around again. So see the front, you can see there's a little bit of washi tape showing. I don't really mind, I guess. If I want to come in and glue something on here, I could do that and it will be fine. Otherwise, this is what we got. I think it's all right. It's 150% not perfect, but I'm not perfect. So there we go. All right, I'll see you guys next time.